really enjoyed was it wasn't just the experience of working, but the experience of working with a non-profit group and getting involved in what they're doing, which was really cool. Pretty much what we wanted to do was, we had huge plans of what we wanted, so we sort of realised that not too many people knew StarJam. So we wanted to more focus it down so that we could start off with something quite small but really inspirational and create an experience for both StarJam and also the public viewing it, right? So that people can sort of interact with StarJam and learn a lot about it, but not pressuring them for a donation. So our main thing on our website was make a difference with your comment.
So this was kind of it was a minor part for us, this part of the book, but we've actually launched as just a mini site off the side of their site, which just purely focuses on getting people to give feedback and their thoughts on StarJam, and we can document it and use it if we want to, but the main thing is just want to get knowledge about StarJam and their brand awareness. It was so cool to read the comments that people left on this site, and it was the first project that I've ever worked on like that, and I've actually read the comments and it's actually made me really happy about reading these comments.
It's a positive buzz all the time, like it's just constantly all positive. Hey Julie, we did this, and she's like, yeah, that's awesome guys, keep going.
It kind of improves the general thing, improving everything, just client relationships was a big thing, so it's completely different working with them with a normal client. Just our skill level, I mean, we had to learn some completely new things for our project that we never used before. So that was an experience, and no, it was just a great experience overall. We just learned heaps from it. So.
Yeah, we did, and using your creativity, because it's like a non-profit group and they're trying to do sort of different things and more send out different sort of messages rather than like a business that, as you said, money orientated. You know, trying to send out quite an inspirational message. So it's more you're trying to create an experience more than anything. That did well. It was just like Julie, Facebook, and she's like.
Yeah, we were talking about, oh, maybe we should get together and stuff on Facebook and that sort of stuff, and we're talking to Julie about it, and then like the next day we got an invite to Facebook StarJam group, and we were just like, cool! Me and James we're carrying on working with them.
We're carrying on. I mean, the challenge is awesome and stuff, but what we want to do is just really keep on pushing ourselves, because it feels so good doing it, and we reckon that with doing other work we can manage it, doing both.
So so we've already got some stuff in the works from already, and we've got an advertising marketing campaign in the works, all that sort of stuff, and we've got some advertising sorted with some new upcoming businesses, and got some celebrities involved, like got some Mark Ellis,
Jason Gunn,
Ben Lomas, with that, so we've got all these celebrities.
Well, Julie sent us an email just the other day after we got quite a few comments, and she's just like, you guys are doing so well, and she says, whenever I'm having a bad day, all I have to do is go and look at this comments page, because it's just full of awesome comments from people from, you know, all places of the world. Really cool things that we did really push is trying to get them future resources to be able to further advertise themselves. Now, Julie's already been on Breakfast Show, but we've got connections in Good Morning Show in Wellington, which we're setting up there. And we're also setting up, not too sure if you do it, but Mint Shot. It's a new form of advertising which is being launched on Monday, and pretty much we've got an exclusive month with them to be their main charity.
Basically, like, none of the charities have done viral marketing sites, and they all neglected YouTube. So our video on YouTube we put on there to drive people to the site. It's #1 most viewed non-profit activism of all time in New Zealand, most linked of all time in New Zealand, most favorited of all time, most feedback. And it was something like number 68 international of all time for...
Yeah, like I say, I had sort of pretty much zero expectations. But after I met James and Ben, who were so on fire with their ideas, I was quite buoyed with optimism about, you know, what the outcomes might be. I mean, straight up, I was really impressed with the way they asked questions about, you know, what was important to us and what would really make a difference to us, and they were really focused on being clear about what would really make a difference for us. And so, you know, it got down to, well, we're a young organisation, and at the moment not everyone's heard of us, so the thing that would make the biggest difference is to raise our profile. Yep, and then they had some ideas, and I said, well, and I had no idea how they were going to achieve it, but I said, sounds good to me, you know. They started working on putting up this mini site, and they were going to create a show reel, and I said, well, we've got quite a lot of material already, and they said, oh, well, perhaps we could cut it up. So I said, look, we've got fantastic show reels, you know, we've been making them ever since we started because we've got such great stuff to put on show reels. And they said, oh, well, you know, everything you've got's too long, we need something that's, you know, people aren't going to watch 6 minutes and blah, blah, blah. And went back to our stuff, and actually very, very cleverly, in a way I thought wasn't possible, they actually edited one of our existing show reels Yeah, like I said, I could not believe that you could do it, just chop up a showreel and it not look like it was chopped up, but they did. Oh, yes, they exceeded actually. Nobody else is we've worked with some people, some quite professional people who've been in the field for a long time and who've suggested solutions or come with us and said, do this and this, but I've never come across anyone who just cut, understood our needs and cut straight to it and just done it, because a lot of people are full of good ideas, but to be able to have good ideas and execute them as well is quite rare, I think. It's the combination of qualities. It's like they're very enthusiastic, they have really good ideas, they're realistic, and then they communicate it, which I'm not sexist at all, but for guys it's like, to have all of those things, it was quite, I think it was quite amazing. And they communicated in different ways at different times, like they knew I was really busy, and so, if they didn't get me on the phone, they'd send a text, and if it was really urgent, then they'd send me an email and send me a text and say, look, quickly look at your emails and things like that. So, and they didn't, it didn't occur as a kind of a bother or a nuisance. If I had to name one thing that has impressed me above anything is how simple they've made it. And we've had mini sites built for us before with donation facilities and stuff. We've never had one. But within 24 hours we got a $100 donation. I think having that interaction with Ben and James, it's well, and going to the conferences too, but it's helped me really understand the huge difference between the way the generations communicate. Although I know lots of young people, it's just having that kind of 2 weeks of communicating with Ben and James, and it's just given me a different I guess it's opened a new world for me of understanding how the future generations will communicate. We had this thing in our strategic plan about having a strong online presence, and we really didn't know how to do that. We had some, I was thinking, we'll put a lot of stuff on YouTube or whatever, but I think going through this project and seeing what Ben and James have achieved in 2 weeks, it's really opened that right up, and I think, yes, we know it's an important piece in our strategic plan, and now I can see how that we can actually make that happen.